Hi, my name is Michele Estes. I'm an associate professor of educational technology at James Madison University in the United States. I'll be talking about applications and technology in teacher education, in particular, how technologies can help make the teaching and learning process more efficient and effective, how technologies help us support learning objectives, and also how technologies can help provide unique opportunities that we may not otherwise be able to provide for our students. To begin with efficiency, I'll talk about locating free content from reliable sources online. One site to visit is the Open Educational Resources Commons, or OER. On this site, you can access shared materials from people all over the world, and you can also upload and share your own materials. It's important to remember that all the materials are assigned licenses that explain how to fairly use those in your own classes. The Khan Academy is another popular site where you can access online lessons. These lessons use text, video, audio, and animation to help explain complex concepts in areas such as those shown here, including mathematics, science, engineering, computing, the arts and humanities, and others. Merlot is a wonderful online community of content creators who share materials and they engage in peer review with one another of those materials. You can search for materials and you can look for those that receive the best reviews, for example, or that appear in your content area. These materials range from files to whole lessons and simulations. They also include pedagogical instructions for how to use the materials effectively in your own courses. The Jet Propulsion Laboratory has something somewhat similar. They offer online activities for students and for teachers. Here, I've gone to the teacher site and I've filtered my search for activities by engineering for grade 3 learners. These were the first two that came up, but there were many other activities found in this search. So by clicking and following the instructions here, I would be able to understand how to effectively apply and carry out these activities in my own classroom. I'm part of a unique project called Summit Series. We have a website called summitx.org. This is an international project, but it's a working project where much of this website involves working teams, so the site is closed. However, we do have an open space on the site. It's on the products menu, and we're slowly adding free products to this site for the general public to use as open educational resources. The one product we have there now is Global Studies Curriculum Manual. It includes sustainability topics such as those relating to food, water, race relations, sex, gender identity, religion, and more. I hope you'll visit our site and download that file and use it in your own classes. Screen-Cast-O-Matic, that is the tool that I'm using to create this presentation. If you wanted to develop lectures, such as I'm doing here with a PowerPoint in the background and your picture, your video in the corner, or just your video or just your PowerPoint, you can do that with Screen-Cast-O-Matic. It does not require a special account or a login. You just click Start Recording for free to get going. You may want to use it also to create software demonstrations for your students to help them know how to use technologies in the way you want them to use it for your class. Okay, there are many online free courses from reliable sources. These can supplement courses already in existence, help engage advanced learners, provide insights for your own work, and so forth. This one example is called edX. edX offers more than 1,900 online courses in an open source platform. There are 52 million enrollments across these courses that they offer, and about 115 founding and member institutions around the world, making it very international and accessible. So I did a search on edX for instructional design. You can search for anything you like. When I did that, these were the top 6 courses that came up. You can see that they're pretty reliable courses. They talk about instructional design models, which is really important, and using digital media with your instructional design and other related topics. I also did a search for conflict just to see what would come up. And you can see the courses here that have to do with religion, conflict and peace, international humanitarian law, conflict, disaster, things that may be of interest to you. There are free tools online from reliable sources, and I'd like to mention some of those. Here I have Kahoot and Quizlet. These are two popular tools in the United States for K-12 teachers. Kahoot is a collaborative game-based learning platform. It's good for formative assessment so that the teacher and the students can understand where the students are in the middle of a lesson. It can be a bit competitive where you can ask questions, quizzing the students, and they each give an answer, and you'll see their answers on the main screen, and they'll understand where they are in the lesson. So it's very game-based. Quizlet, on the other hand, offers quizzes for practice. Teachers can create quizzes for students. Students can create their own quizzes. The students can get reminders for upcoming quizzes, and now they have access to adaptive study sets so that as they practice with the quizzes and the system comes to know their areas of weakness, it will recommend items and questions to help strengthen those areas before a quiz happens. Desmos is an online graphing calculator website that also has lessons that you can do with your students with graphing calculators. No account or login is required. You can see I just clicked. I'm typing an equation. I have access to mathematical symbols, and the website, as I said, offers access to related lessons, so give this site a try if you're using mathematics in your courses. I'm going back to the Jet Propulsion Laboratory site. The site also offers free apps, and I really love this one in particular. This is the NASA Spacecraft 3D app. The instructions for using it are at the bottom of this screen, and if you need to pause and try them out, I recommend you do that. First, you just download the free Spacecraft 3D app to your mobile device, choose a spacecraft there, aim your mobile device at the picture on the left here, which is the marker, and when you do that, a spacecraft will appear to come out of your computer screen or out of your mobile device screen. It's amazing. It uses augmented reality. You can walk around the spacecraft and you can even interact with it. Okay, so I need to make a case for using technology in support of learning objectives, right? We want to use tools that help us help our students become critical thinkers, entrepreneurs, communicate, collaborate, take risks, solve problems, and so forth. So what tools help with these things? Really, most tools can help with something on this list, but it largely depends on the way that we use them. Some tools that we commonly use for these things, let's say for communication and collaboration, include the free Google applications and the free Microsoft Office 365 applications. I say these are free, they're free for educators. They offer similar applications in terms of allowing students to communicate and collaborate on documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and to video conference with one another, to share files, to archive files, and things like that. They each have some unique characteristics. Google has some mapping and Google Earth features, a learning management system, and a web search tool. If you've not tried the advanced feature, I suggest you go out and do that. Microsoft Office now offers a tool called Teams that really focuses on enhancing that communication and collaboration process among team members working toward a shared goal. You may want to try that. Flipgrid and Audacity are tools that use video and audio to engage students in communication, reflection, and really anything you can think of that they might be able to do through this medium. Flipgrid specifically uses video, and if you introduced yourself for this conference, you would have used Flipgrid to do that. So you know that you can record through your webcam a brief introduction or a brief reflection, and that others can respond with a brief video to that comment. In Audacity, it's a free application you download from the internet, and it allows you to record audio. You may choose to do this, for example, to create a series of audio clips for your reflections when you're placed in a field experience over time, just as one example. If you want your students to present concepts that show relationships and demonstrate that they are able to articulate procedures and so forth, you may want them to use a tool such as Lucidchart which is free. It's particularly good for showing evidence of critical thinking in this area. Adobe Spark allows for many different kinds of things related to creativity and reflection among students. It allows you to create and repurpose high-quality graphics. It allows you to use high-quality graphics to create visual websites, graphic-intensive websites that are very easy to create and very modern and professional looking, and also to create short videos. And as I mentioned, each of these encourages you through templates and other resources to focus on your story. So a good way to communicate and be creative as you share your story with other students. Kialo encourages critical thinking, risk-taking, and problem-solving. Their website says that it is designed for rational debate. You may want to give this a try. You can go online, create an account, it's free, add your team members, pose a question or make a statement that could be somewhat controversial, and then have your team members list the pros and cons that they perceive in relation to that prompt. You also are able to explore existing debates on the website, and that may help you get started in terms of understanding how that works. The Makey is an example of an invention kit. There are many different kinds. In this particular one, it uses conductive materials to allow students really to create anything that they can imagine. Here, the picture on the left comes from a YouTube video where a developer created a paper piano keyboard. If I press the letter C, the C key will play a piano sound. On the right is a photo from our annual Educational Technology Conference for Teachers. Students have created a program using the free Scratch application or code.org, and the teachers here are completing the circuit with bananas to play music, play games, and other things. There may be many different original outcomes from invention kits other than this one, and I encourage you to look up Makey or invention kits online to see what you can do there. So we want to know if our objectives were met. Ultimately, technology can be fun. How do we measure the 21st century competencies that we want our students to have? I would recommend going to this site called Our Campus. You can click on rubrics and do a search. There are about 100,000 rubrics that you can find on this site. Just search for reflection, critical thinking, or any of the other topics that you're curious about. When you find a rubric that you like, you can download it. Often you can customize that rubric, and you're able to use these rubrics in your own classes. Here are a few quotes that I hope you will pause and take a look at. In general, I want to just say that effective pedagogical strategies with technology can help make the teaching and learning process more efficient and effective, and also inspiring. So why not give it a try? Thank you and have a great day.